my peoples, my peoples. Manny Pacquiao officially announces his comeback. He tweeted today that he will be coming back versus Mario Barrios for his title. There you have it. Let's talk about it, my peoples. Y'all already know what it is. I'm Jay Smith. This is Box Center, your favorite boxer's favorite boxing show. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Manny Pacquiao, 46 years old. I think, is he 46, 47 years old? He's trying to make history. Trying to make history once again. The odds are going to be against him. JJ's in there. I'm here, Jay Smith. Let's go. What's the deal, my brother? First one in the building. Appreciate you dropping in. So, a lot of people are kind of writing Manny Pacquiao off. I wouldn't do that. Just because I still remember, man, when as soon as it was announced that he was going to fight Keith Thurman, I was like, man, listen. Poor Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman is going to knock him out. Keith Thurman is going to beat him up. And you saw how that played out, my brother. So, I'm not willing to just underestimate Pacquiao. He's a great fighter. He's an all-time great. Yes, I know that he's, in his mid to late 40s. Yes, I know that he's going to be fighting, a much younger champion. But, I wouldn't write him off. Just because a guy like Pacquiao, he's so talented that you just never know. He might be able to pull it off. So this is a fight that we have to see how it plays out. I think Mario Barrios, is going to be a very tough opponent for Pac-Man. Obviously, he's going to have the height and reach advantages in that fight. And he's going to be the stronger fighter, too. Manny Pacquiao, he had power in his day, but today in 2025, Barrios is going to be the stronger fighter in that ring. JJ's in the house. Do you think he should have took a warm-up fight first? I mean, that's the thing, my brother. At his age, you can't afford to take a warm-up fight because you don't have to. Time is not on your side. So the more, you do before actually getting to that fight, the older you're going to be by the time you get there. So imagine if Pacquiao is about to be 47 years old, or if he already is. I'm not sure what his age is. But, if he get a warm-up fight in between now, we got him possibly fighting at 48 years old. Not to mention if he gets hurt and needs some time off or something like that. So I think it's hard to even consider a tune-up fight when you're in your late 40s. Now, I will tell you what, my brother. I think that Manny Pacquiao, is a fighter that you cannot underestimate because with Keith Thurman, he showed us. I was not a believer. I felt like he didn't really have a chance to beat Keith Thurman when, Keith was the much younger fighter, the stronger fighter, undefeated champion, hungry. I like, nah, man. Keith Thurman is going to put hands on Manny Pacquiao. And look how it played out. John Parham, salute, my brother. So we have a Pac-Man that, he's going to be in a full training camp, full preparation for Mario Barrios. So I know that, he did an exhibition not too long ago. He didn't really look good. But come on, my people. That's an exhibition, You're not doing a real training camp like you're fighting for real. So I feel like, we're going to see a different version of Manny Pacquiao than what we saw in that exhibition. John Parham, hit that like button, my peoples. Hell yeah. Rest in peace, Jim Mercy. R.I.P. Damn, I didn't even know that. Chase FN says hi. What's up, Chase FN? Appreciate you dropping in. So yeah, my peoples, I think that Manny Pacquiao, you shouldn't write him off. You shouldn't underestimate him. Pacquiao is a great fighter. There's a reason why he's already considered an all-time great. And then we have to wonder with Floyd Mayweather, what's gonna happen? Obviously, Floyd was playing with the idea of coming back. Is he? George Kambosos let the cat out of the bag when he said that he was indeed offered a fight with Floyd Mayweather. So how does that actually play out? Do we get to see a Floyd Mayweather having kind of like a tune-up fight and then trying to go after Manny Pacquiao if Pacquiao beats Barrios for that title? I'm interested. I'm interested to see how that whole situation is going to evolve because you got to think about it, my peoples. Manny Pacquiao is, he's made so much history, yet he's trying to make history once again. If he's able to beat Mario Barrios at 46, 47 years old, right now Pacquiao is already the oldest welterweight champion in history. He became that when he beat Keith Thurman at 40. But what now? What if he actually pulls this thing off? Chase FN, I subscribed. I appreciate you, my brother. I promise you, you're going to love Box Center. I post videos every day, long videos, short videos. Check those out. You're gonna enjoy it, man. So yeah, my peoples, that's it. Mario Barrios, Manny Pacquiao is the inevitable. Pac-Man made it official today when he posted about it, and that's it, man. For now, we're not gonna discuss too much Floyd because we don't know what's gonna happen with Floyd yet. We know that Kambosos stated that he was offered the fight, but right now, Kambosos already got his own fight with Richardson Hitchens. That's a title shot, so he gotta capitalize. JJ's in the house. Yes, he does hit the like button, everyone. Hell yeah, my brother. Appreciate it, JJ's in the house. JSFN. I know. I love them. I appreciate it, my guy. Now, we already know Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios is going down. That's at the welterweight division. But how about Teofimo Lopez? It looks like Teofimo Lopez is kind of going back and forth between Devin Haney and Jerome Boots Ennis. I've seen reports suggesting that they're already in negotiations with Jerome Boots Ennis. But I also seen the same thing about Devin Haney. Come on now. So, take that into consideration. Who would you guys like to see Teofimo Lopez fight? Devin Haney or Jerome Boots Ennis? That's what I want to know. Chase FA, yo, this guy is kind ass. Not 12. So, I want to see how it plays out. Who is Teofimo Lopez going to fight next? I have people tell me, yo, Boots, he'll destroy Teofimo, and Teofimo, he don't want that action. Come on, my peoples. Let's not put disrespect on Teofimo Lopez's name. The guy, he's already well accomplished, and he's shown that he's trying to get that action with everybody and anybody. So come on now. Chase FN, you're a W YouTuber. A W YouTuber? I don't know what that is, my brother. Angry Mexican, what's the deal, my G? Appreciate you dropping in, man. Teofimo racist stuff is going to make a lot of people hate on him. That's true. I guess I have to say, when it comes to racism, that's not something to joke about. You ain't a motherfucking comedian. Even comedians are being, tap dancing around racism. They being careful because they understand. So Teofimo Lopez, I don't know why he have made that decision to joke around like that. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. JSFN, it means you're a really good YouTuber and you're really kind. I appreciate you, my guy. I got to 1,000 subscribers, a few weeks back, maybe a month ago. And, next stop is 2,000. But the main objective is that this is going to be the #1 boxing channel on YouTube. It's the inevitable, my brother. I promise you. John Parham, he's saying you're a good YouTuber. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. There's always a first. Nobody ever told me that I'm a good YouTuber, so I'll take that, man. I appreciate that. Angry Mexican, W YouTuber means you're a winner, the man. Oh shit, hell yeah. So my peoples, there you have it. You know, Teofimo Lopez seems to have both options as far as Devin Haney and Jerome Boots Ennis. I personally like both of those fights, but if I have to pick, I prefer him to fight Boots. I like that fight better. I think it's a more exciting fight. Angry Mexican, Tail beat Loma at 135, Taylor at 140, and if he beat Boots at 147, that would be 3 lineal champions. That would be insane. That would be insane. If Teofimo beats Boots, he's top 3 pound for pound. You gotta put him in the top 3. As an acquisition LLC, I appreciate your grind, boss man. Thank you, my guy. Angry Mexican, epic stuff. Chase FN. I think you'll get 1 million subs soon. I believe it, my brother. You know, I don't put a time behind it because you just never know. You know, a video could go viral any day and boom. So I wouldn't put a time behind it. It could take a video going viral. It could take years, but it's going to happen. Box Center is definitely going to be the #1 boxing channel on YouTube. Assets Acquisition LLC. Boost will wash Tio. I don't know about washing him, my brother. I expect Jerome Boots Ennis to be the favorite. Let's be honest. He's the naturally bigger guy. Teofimo will be the guy moving up. And Boots is a special fighter. But let's not act like Teofimo Lopez is not a special fighter too, my brother. Teofimo is special. And I'm not going to sit here right now and tell you that Teofimo beats Boots. But I will tell you that nobody in boxing washes Teofimo. Nobody's washing him. JJ Zendejas. I remember a long time ago, Hector Camacho said the N-word, and not that many people said much. I mean, he's Puerto Rican. He is Hispanic. So, Hispanics say it all the time. Angry Mexican. Tail would definitely got in first battle of Hall of Famer if he does that. Yeah, for sure. But you got to understand, JJ's, and there has one thing is saying the word, and another thing is saying it within a racist context. So, it's a difference. Chase FN, W, baby. Yeah, getting those W's, my peoples. Angry Mexican, do you trust Tio Sr. as the head trainer? Honestly, no. I think Teofimo Lopez should have, somebody in that team, one of the top trainers. That's my perfect opinion. That's my opinion on that. And the reason I say that, man, is because I specifically focus on the Cambosos fight. If you recall, when he fought George Cambosos, his pops was in the corner talking about, go fuck him up. Go fuck him up. Like, bro, what kind of instructions are those? Like, I'm trying to fuck him up, my dude. You don't see it? Come on now. So, I think that Teofimo Sr., is one of these parents who they're blessed to have an athletically gifted son, and they've made it all the way to the top. But I think if Teofimo finds himself in hot waters and, through adversity, Teofimo Sr. is not the guy to get him through it. That's my perspective. I think he need a trainer up in there. Chase FN, could I have mod, or is there too many? If not, it's all good. Eventually, I'll get you one. I do have a lot, my brother, but eventually I'll get you in. I don't ever give it to nobody on the first day, second day like that. But let's talk boxing, my brother, and you'll get it. I promise you. So my peoples, we also got Terrence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. That fight, man. That fight. Everybody feels confident that they know how it's going to play out. Some people got Crawford winning. Some people got Canelo winning. Some people are saying Canelo's going to wash him. And I don't know how. I don't know how people see an undefeated fighter, multi-division champion just getting washed. When people tell me Canelo's gonna wash Crawford, I ask myself, man, is this person really serious, man? Like, sometimes I think people say shit they don't even believe it. They don't even believe it. He's gonna wash Crawford, but that's it, man. The predictions and the back and forth and the arguments, they're gonna end real soon. That's it. Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford are gonna be fighting real soon, and we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what's what. Chase FM, who's better, Jake Paul or Mr. Beast in a boxing match? I mean, I have to say Jake Paul. Mr. Beast, to my knowledge, he's never boxed. I don't know what kind of boxing training he has, but Jake Paul knocks him out. John Parham. Chase, come on now. Yeah, my brother, come on. The first specific boxing comment of yours is about Jake Paul and Mr. Beast? Damn, bro. We got all these big fights, my brother. That's what you bring up. Shit. Give me, help me out here, my guy. But yeah, my people, Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, I believe that's going to be, a very competitive fight. Nobody is washing anybody. Nobody getting washed. It is going to be competitive. And, in a fight like this, I think a knockout can happen. You have two guys who hit very hard, who are very strong fighters. So the right punch, either one of them could get stopped. But I truly believe that they're both going to be defensively responsible. And this fight goes the distance. I really see that. JJ's in there. Some people say that they probably haven't seen Crawford fight much. They're going to see him. They definitely going to see Crawford fighting with Canelo. JJ, I wonder what the odds will be. I mean, I expect Canelo to be the favorite, but I don't think it's going to be by a wide margin. I think it's going to be close. Will Canelo get a smaller ring? I mean, we know Canelo's the A side, so we'll see. He is the A side. That, we can't argue that. Angry Mexican. If Pac-Man beats Barrios, will you say Pac-Man had the greatest career of your lifetime? Possibly. I mean, I always say it. Even when we talk about the all-time greats, I always say, to me, it's Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, in whichever order you want to put them in. Top three right there. You can put any one of those at the number one spot, any one at the number two, and then the other one at number three. John Pound, boxing need to be 18 size rings, only in my opinion. I mean, I think ring size should be standard. There shouldn't be any type of negotiations to dictate what size ring we want for the fight. Chase FM, what country are you in? You can't say it's so good. Of course, my brother, I could say. I'm in Dominican Republic, my G. JJ's in the house. I checked with my bookie, and it's not up. Yeah, I'm looking. Yo, that's why. Look, man, I don't bet often. I'm not a betting guy. But I put a little bit of money on that. Why? Because Crawford is going to be the underdog, and I'll be able to flip a little something. And it's not even going to be like a lot of money or anything like that, but just the satisfaction to know that I won money with that fight. That's what I want. The satisfaction of knowing that I bet and won money on that fight. John Pound, what is standard? Angry Mexican. John, yeah, nothing over 20 feet. I mean, I don't know what is the standard, to be honest, but they have to keep it, the same size every ring. That's what I believe. 18 feet will solve running issues and better entertainment. I mean, listen, I think if a fighter has great footwork, you're going to be able to use that footwork inside of a phone booth for your ass. Angry Mexican. I don't believe There's a standard is between 16 and 24. No, no, that's what I'm saying. There is not a standard, but there should be. That's my perception. There should be a standard. Pro box is 18 feet. I'm correct. It should be, every ring should be the same size. John, yes, I like the pro box ring. Yo, that's designed so they could trade nasty leather. Step in, they trade leather. Guys go punch each other in the face from damn near across the ring. Angry Mexican Pro Box promos, you have to bang. Yeah, you gotta bang. I mean, if a ring is small, you don't have too much room to operate, to move around, you're gonna have to let them hands fly. Y'all gonna be at point blank range a lot of the time throughout them fights. So my peoples, Conor Benn. What is next for Conor Benn? Y'all tell me. Is he gonna do the rematch with Chris Eubank Jr., which by the way they said that was already agreed upon? Does he have a chance of winning the rematch? John Parham, banging and bad chicks. What more can you ask for? Why are you out here describing a perfect world, John? But yeah, man, Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr. It looks like the rematch may go down. I don't know, man. I felt like Chris Eubank Jr. put up a good fight. The cards, I don't think they reflect what actually happened in that ring. And I think the rematch could be even more competitive than the first one. Angry Mexican, Ben versus Eubanks, or Ben gets smoked at 154. He is ranked 5th. John Parham, I'm cool for a rematch. Well, Conor Benn floated the idea of going back down to welterweight. So let's see how it all plays out. Conor Benn wanted boots. Should be easy to make in the UK with Eddie Hearn. That's a fight I like too, by the way. If Teofimo Lopez fights Devin Haney, Boots can fight Conor Benn. But I've been public about this. My favorite fight for Boots is Brian Norman Jr. I want that fight. They can mix it up and unify 3 titles right then and there. And then it'll only be 1 title left, which will be the one Barrios has, which Manny Pacquiao may take it from him. We'll find out. JJ's in the house. Perfect world. I win the Crawford fight. I mean, Crawford is going to win that fight. Crawford is going to win that fight, my brother. I'm trying to tell you. I told everybody. Some people believe me. Some people don't. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. If we went back and forth about Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, and you told me about how Canelo's too big and Crawford is too little and all that stuff, you're going to call me Jay Stradamus after they fight each other. That's what I need you to call me, Jay Stradamus. Angry Mexican. Boost beats Ben, and impressively, it will really build his popularity even more globally. I mean, look, Jerome Boots Ennis, he's already a star, but he's not a mega star. He's not a superstar. He's not a huge star. So he needs wins like that. If he beats Conor Benn or Teofimo Lopez or Devin Haney, somebody with a name, his stock is going to skyrocket. JJ's in the house. Should I put Hall of the House, Jay Smith? Should I put half of the house, Jay Smith? Man, put the whole house on Crawford. Not half, put the whole house. Angry Mexican. Do you like your boxers to be humble or cocky? I think that the best way to go would be a little bit of both. Be humble, but there's times that you need to also show your confidence, which is going to come across as being cocky. But I think a little bit of both. I don't want you to always be like, oh yes, everything is so nice, and I'm happy to be here, and thank you guys for the support. I want you to. I'm okay with a little bit of trash talking, a little bit of showing that confidence. Chase FM. I got to go, bro. I'm sorry. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm very sorry. I gotta go to bed. Have a good night, my G. I appreciate you dropping in, man. But again, my peoples, Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford. That fight, is finally gonna go down. I know that there's folks who told me that fight didn't make no sense, and I don't know shit about boxing when I was calling for it. And now that the fight is happening, everybody's on board. Everybody want to see it. Both. JJ's in the house. Both. It's good to put ass in the seats. I agree. You got to have both. Junior, if Pacquiao wins, what do you think is next, Jay Smith? My brother, if Manny Pacquiao wins and becomes the oldest champion ever, I think Floyd Mayweather comes back, tries to take that title from him so that he can now also become the oldest champion in boxing history. And I only say that because Floyd Mayweather already played with the idea of coming back. And I know this because Camboza said it out of his own mouth that he was offered a fight with Floyd Mayweather. So if Floyd Mayweather's toying with the idea of coming back, I don't think it's a coincidence that this is happening at the same time Manny Pacquiao is already set to make, a fight for a title. So Pacquiao, Floyd, both look like they might be fighting at around the same time. I think that'll set the stage for a rematch. I know it may sound crazy right now, but I don't believe in coincidences. JJ's in their house. Doors are wide open for Pac if he wins. I'm telling you, if Manny Pacquiao wins a title at his age, that may be enough for Floyd Mayweather to decide to come back and do that rematch, which it will be an anticipated rematch because you remember, Pacquiao supposedly had a bad shoulder, had surgery right after the fight. So imagine that. Imagine if Manny Pacquiao fights and Floyd Mayweather also fights right around the same time and they both win. What do you think is going to happen? Junior, he will win, correct? He will box him out. When you say he, you're talking about Pacquiao and Barrios or Pacquiao and Mayweather? Let me know, Junior. Angry Mexican. Pac-Man won a title in 4 different decades. Yo, listen, Manny Pacquiao is without a doubt one of the greatest of all time. Okay, Pacquiao versus Barrios. Listen, Manny Pacquiao, I don't want to underestimate him. I did that when he was going to fight Keith Thurman, and we saw how that played out. But it's going to be a tough fight. His late 40s now, with a Mario Barrios who's younger, taller, obviously has the reach advantage on him. He's going to be stronger. So it's going to be an uphill battle for Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao, he's going to have to look for ways to get on the inside. And he might take a lot of damage trying to go in. We're going to see. Mario Barrios can fight. And he got power. So we have to see how Manny Pacquiao is going to handle it. Hash Bass. Easy fight for Barrios. I mean, I don't want to say easy fight for Barrios simply because I thought Keith Thurman was going to make easy work of Manny Pacquiao too, and we saw what happened with that fight. Angry Mexican, if Pac-Man legs can last all 12 rounds, I think he can win. I tell you what, man, the one thing we all know about Pac-Man is that he's a very responsible fighter as far as training, very disciplined, and he's going to show up in tip-top shape or as much in good shape as he can be at his age, I guess. We're going to find out what that's going to be. But Manny Pacquiao, he takes training camp very seriously, and I promise you, he's going to be shredded. You're going to see him. He's going to look good. He's going to look sharp. And it's a question of, number one, his punch resistance How is he gonna react when Barrios catch him with a big shot? And number two, is Barrios gonna outwork him, or is he gonna be able to be active? We're gonna find out. Angry Mexican around round 6, 8. I could see Manny slowing down a lot. That's what I was just talking about. He always has shown up to his fights in tip top shape, but late 40s inactivity, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. John Parron, stop hating on the lights. My peoples, hit that like button, man. Don't do me like this. JJ's in the house. Barrio should win, but Pac takes care of his body. That's what I'm saying. Manny Pacquiao is not the average 40-something-year-old fighter. He's someone who does an amazing job of taking care of his body. And like I said, man, Manny Pacquiao is a very disciplined fighter. He's not just going to show up to get beat up. He's going in there to win. He's preparing himself to win that fight. So it's not like Barrios. I don't believe Barrios is just gonna walk through him or wash him or anything like that. Even if Barrio wins, he's gonna win in a very tough competitive fight. JJ's in the house. Barrios should win, but Pac takes care of his body. Yeah, man. Manny Pacquiao's done an amazing job. Great job. Very disciplined guy. My peoples, I'm about to end this live. But before I do, as always, I want to give a shout out to everybody who came through. John Parham, Jr., Angry Mexican, JJ's in their house, Hash Bass, and everybody else who showed up. Man, I appreciate y'all always coming through, talking boxing with me. We're going to talk boxing tomorrow, my peoples. You already know. I'm Jay Smith. This is Box Center. This is your favorite boxer's favorite boxing show, my peoples. Peace and salute to everybody, y'all. Bam. I'm out of here.